Hey guys, what's up? Wow, it has been a minute. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, although it's probably not going to be, but I'm just letting you know I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. As I said, it's probably not going to end up that way, but my intention is to keep it this way. Guys, welcome. It's so good to have you here. It's so good to be back. No, I haven't got my iMac yet, but I'm just doing this review because I really felt it in my heart that I wanted to do this one because I really wanted to let you guys know I saw an advanced screening of this one and I wanted to give you the heads up of my thoughts on this movie. So without further ado guys, let's roll that intro and I will get into my thoughts on Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. So for those of you who don't know, the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is actually a direct sequel to Hitman's Bodyguard, which also stars Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson. Now, if you haven't seen Hitman's Bodyguard, this isn't a movie that you have to fret about seeing that movie first, because they actually sort of, in a way, recap the first movie in the opening sequences-ish of this movie, and it's quite cleverly done. However, in my personal opinion, guys, like I always say, if you're going to watch a movie, you may as well watch the first one first. That's how I roll. That's in my personal opinion. All movies like that, especially if it's, if it's a trilogy movie or whatever, or a direct sequel, whatever. This movie is one of those movies where you don't need to, but it's kind of like beneficial for you as the audience member to go back. However, guys, this movie came out this 2021. MA15. The duration is 1 hour and 39 minutes long, and it's directed by Patrick Hughes with a cast of, right here, yes, the man himself, straight from the first one, Hitman's Bodyguard, this guy, Ryan Reynolds, back as the same character as the first movie, as Michael Bryce. Again, from the first movie, reprising his role, we have Samuel Jackson as Darius Kincaid, or however you say his last name, doesn't really matter, it's pretty relevant. And the incredibly talented, beautiful, stunning, amazing Salma Hayek as Darius's wife, Sonia Kincaid, or however, again, it's irrelevant how you say their last name. Anyway, guys, we also have in this movie that's starring Frank Grillo, who plays the character of Bobby O'Neill. He hasn't got a massive character in this movie, guys, but it's suffice to, give him a title role in it. And the brilliant, the incredible, the amazing, one of the most talented actors in Hollywood working today, that's right, guys, Morgan Freeman himself, who plays the character of Sonia. Straight off the bat, guys, I need to say this about this movie, guys. No word of a lie. I don't like to review movies that I fall asleep in the cinema. I don't like to. I don't like reviewing movies that I fall asleep in the cinema. But in saying that, and yes, I did in this film. In saying that, I believe that the reason I fell asleep twice in this movie, purely because of the runtime. Really. There's a lot of this movie that kind of didn't need to be in this movie. In saying that, they would have thrown the budget for this movie out of the water because one of the caliber of actors, the A-class actors in this movie, and also the incredible stunt work in this movie. Like they went pretty crazy. One of the unusual things that I found about this movie that I just thought was just not off-putting, but I just thought it was kind of weird in a sense, is Ryan Reynolds' character in this movie like literally 90% of this movie has like dried blood on his face, like the entire movie, and that's not a spoiler. For anyone, speaking of spoilers, guys, for anyone who has been following my channel for any period of time, guys, I actually don't do spoilers in my movie reviews because, in my humble personal opinion, spoilers aren't fair. Like, if you're going to go and watch a movie, just go and watch it. Like, if you want a movie spoiled, then go and watch a spoiler review, but you'll never get spoilers from me, guys, because I don't find them, they're just not fair. This is actually quite a good film, even though I fell asleep twice, because I really felt it was a bit stretched out. But there's, right at the start of the movie specifically, is the real funny elements to the movie, but then it kind of dies out and just becomes a lot of storyline, and maybe that's why I fell asleep in this movie. Again, not in a bad way, but it just was one of those films that, like, yeah. However, this is incredibly action-packed, and I mean incredibly action-packed. If that's what you're looking for in a film like this, guys, you are going to thoroughly enjoy this film. If you're in it for just a bit of a laugh, this film might just be for you. Honestly, like, really. And if you're in it just to see Ryan Reynolds, Samuel Jackson, Salma Hayek, literally, Morgan Freeman, and Antonio Banderas, he plays a small role in this film as well, then you're going to like this film. You're going to like this film. It's not a complete knockout of the park. It's really not. I mean, it's not. But for a sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard, it's actually pretty decent, guys. I mean, it actually is pretty decent. Like, for real. It's really hard to actually do a follow-up film that's even, like, better than the first one. I mean, literally, doing a sequel. And for those of you who have been following my channel for any period of time, I am going to still be doing A Quiet Place Part 2 movie review, but I'm actually going to do it next month. So if you are, guys, interested in me doing that, you're going to just have to wait till next month, because I really want to go into a lot of finite detail about my thoughts on that film, because I just have so much to say. However, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, this is, you can just tell by watching the film that the budget for this movie was astronomical, and I mean massive, and I really mean huge. They went all out with the budget of this movie, and they did not hold back at all. Obviously, a class cast for the whole thing, and just the movie itself was, it's not an abomination of filmmaking. It's pretty decent. Like, it is pretty decent. However, in my personal opinion, the runtime is, it's a decent, it's a pretty hectic runtime. So I'm going to wrap this movie review up, guys. I really appreciate you sticking around. I really do. Now, however, because there is so much trivia to do with this movie, guys, I'm only going to give you a piece, because it's just, yeah, there's a lot of trivia in this movie review, guys, and it's just straight from IMDb. So I'm gonna give you this piece of trivia. I'll wrap this movie review up, guys, and I really appreciate you sticking around, guys. So, guys, for anyone who has been following my channel for any period of time, I end my movie reviews with trivia, so you know what time it is. Guys, it's trivia time! Just a little funny thing that Ryan Reynolds said on Twitter is, he doesn't know if this stuff just happens hanging around Salma Hayek and Samuel Jackson, or it's just a part of the film. Just a little joke from Ryan Reynolds there. I appreciate you guys being here. Seriously, you guys are amazing. Thank you so incredibly much for watching my movie reviews, for sticking in here, for subscribing. You guys are amazing. Seriously. Until my next review, coming as soon as I possibly can get it out here to you guys, I really appreciate you being here. And don't forget, you guys are amazing. And don't forget who's bringing this movie review for Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Guys, this is Superman Steve. Appreciate you guys. Always loving your time. Flying out!